Lenora had recently put out lots of advertisements throughout her neighborhood and online in search of a roommate. After interviewing many potential tenants, Lenora finally chose her first roommate. Lenora handed over the keys to her, Hayden. To be honest, I've never seen such a young landlady like you before. Oh, this apartment was actually passed down to me by my parents. I live alone here. The other 2 bedrooms are always laying vacant, so I thought it would be a good idea to rent it out. Are there any other tenants besides me? Not yet. I'm still searching. Before you move in, I must inform you about one thing. I'm vegan. I don't eat meat, and I don't allow anyone to bring meat to my apartment. If you want to eat meat, that's all right, but you have to keep your business outside. Oh, okay, that's all right. I understand. I believe in love. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be causing pain to those poor animals. They have a right to live. Lenora was a young, attractive woman. She was only about 20 years old and owned an apartment in Santa Monica, California. She had a good job and was making a decent amount of money already. And after renting her apartment out, she was quite well-to-do. Hayden was a college student. She was working a part-time job alongside her studies. Hayden was a cheerful, fun-loving young woman. After she moved in, Hayden and Lenora had become good friends, and living together at the apartment wasn't an issue at all. But there was still another vacant bedroom for which Lenora was searching for another tenant. Hayden would also help out interview people who came by to check out the apartment. Eventually, the 2 had found another tenant. He sent a detailed email to Lenora with all his information. His name was Ralph. He was a third-year student in college and was planning to move out of his college dorm. Lenora called Ralph to an interview and a chance to view the apartment. All seemed great, and Lenora had decided to give the room to Ralph. Hayden also got a chance to meet her new roommate beforehand. So how long have you been living around here? I moved here when I started college. I'm actually from Arizona. That's cool. I've been to Arizona. If you don't mind me asking, are you single or are you dating? Is that part of the interview? I have a girlfriend. Her name is Ivana. We've been dating for over a year now. Oh, okay. Before you move in, there's a very important condition you must know. Lenora is a vegan. She doesn't allow any meat into the apartment. You can't have or bring in meat here. Thank you, Hayden. I can't tolerate animal cruelty. It is so inhumane. I can't see it as food in any way. It's nothing but violence. Lenora handed over the keys to Ralph. Ralph informed her he would be moving in the following week. Lenora was happy to have found another tenant who had no issues following her conditions. It wasn't that Lenora was actually strict in any way about the apartment, but it was this condition that she could never overlook. Eating meat in the apartment was off limits, and this was something she always made sure from all her tenants. What was that about, Hayden? Did you like him? Oh, well, it's too bad he's taken. The first month went by. Everyone got along well and coped with the struggles of living together. Lenora and Hayden got a chance to meet Ivana one evening when she came over to pick up Ralph. Every morning would be the same. Lenora was always the first to leave for work, followed by Hayden, and lastly, Ralph. It was one of these days, after Lenora had left for work, that Hayden was putting together a cereal bowl for breakfast. Ralph walked up to the refrigerator and peered inside. He shrugged and frowned. Hey, don't you feel like eating meat, or are you a vegan too? Hayden raised her brow. Vegan? Me? No! You know how much I miss my usual sausage and bacon in the morning? I'm not used to eating these fruity bowls. I thought I'd manage, but this is turning out to be difficult. I haven't been able to eat properly in the past month. I've been eating out on my way from the gym every day. It would have been easier if I could just bring it back home. After that rough workout, I need my protein, man. This is tough. I can't feel my muscles anymore. I know what you mean. Believe me, I love meat. But Lenora doesn't like it. She's the landlady and she's been nice. I don't want to offend her. This one time I ordered some food from this restaurant. I wasn't aware of it, but it had meat in it. Lenora got pretty upset. You ordered meat? I thought this was just vegetable soup. I didn't know they put meat in it. Oh, okay. I'm letting this go this time. You can have it, but don't let this happen again. Next time you'll have to throw it away. And not in this apartment. You'll take it out to the trash out on the curb and get rid of it outside. Sorry, Lenora. It was a silly mistake. I didn't intend to bring in meat. Don't worry, it won't happen again. Ouch. Is she really that strict about her diet? It's not just that. She really loves animals and nature. She doesn't believe in harming life. I don't mind her approach. She's really soft-hearted. If you want to live here, it's better you eat whatever you want before you come home. It wasn't easy eating out all the time. It was uncomfortable, and Hayden and Ralph just didn't have that kind of money to be eating out every day. The two tried alternatives and managed with their new diet at home. Nearly another month had gone by. Today, everyone was at home on the weekend. Hey, I'm heading down to the supermarket. You guys need anything? No thank you, I'm fine. I actually need to pick up a few supplies. I'll go with you. Ralph pulled out his car from the parking lot. Hayden hopped inside and took in a deep breath. You smell that? Smells like someone in the building is grilling up some barbecue ribs out on their balcony. My mouth is watering already. It's too bad we won't be able to grill up some. What's a summer without a barbecue party? I was trying to go along with Lenora, but we gotta do something about this. I miss eating steak. Suddenly, Ralph's phone rang with a call. It was Ivana. Hey babe, what's up? I have good news. What's that? I got the job at BII Pharma. We have to celebrate. How about at your place next week? There's this really popular restaurant. I'll pick up food from there before I come. That's awesome, Ivana. But I don't know about eating at my place. The landlady, Lenora, she has a... Before Ralph could finish his sentence, Hayden ushered him to stop. I'll call you back, Ivana. Give me a minute. What, Hayden? I have a great idea. Don't tell Ivana about the condition. Let her bring in all the meat she likes. Let's prank Lenora. She's probably never tasted meat before. That's why she's so strict about it. Maybe if we prank her into trying some, she might like it. And if she does like it, you know what that will mean. Are you crazy, Hayden? What if she gets upset? Remember last time? That's why you can't tell Ivana. Just in case Lenora does freak out, it will be all on Ivana. But here's the catch. She won't really be able to blame Ivana because Ivana doesn't know about the condition in the first place. It was all a mistake. Ralph and Hayden shook hands on the deal. When they returned home, Lenora was putting together some cauliflower steak and mashed potatoes. The apartment smelled like, well, seasoned veggies. Lenora, my girlfriend Ivana, she's gonna host a little get-together here next week. She'll be bringing in the food. It'll just be us. I hope that will be fine. She got accepted at the company she applied to, so she wants to celebrate. Oh, congratulations. No problem. But make sure she doesn't bring in any meat, alright? I was actually thinking we should stop using leather around here. Can you imagine what the animals must go through? Sick. Just sick. Hayden looked at Ralph, tensing up. She quickly went up to them and casually said, Ralph's been dating her for so long. I'm sure Ivana knows already. Ralph scratched his head and smirked. Yeah, she probably knows it already. Later that day, when Lenora went out to run some errands, Ralph popped by Hayden's room. Why'd you say that? You know Ivana doesn't know about the condition. If things go wrong, we'll just tell Lenora we thought we knew Ivana knew about it. Ralph put up his hand for a high five. Gotta admit, you got some brains. She won't get to point at any one of us, because it was all a misunderstanding after all. The next Friday, Ivana rang the doorbell. She had a tray of food in her hands. Ivana, heard you got the job at BII. Congratulations. Thanks, Lenora. Where should I put all the food? Just bring it in on the dining table." The four gossiped and joked about this and that. After about an hour, Ivana offered to set up the table and went to serve the food in the kitchen. The friends sat together. Ralph and Hayden were exceptionally enthusiastic about the meal. "I hope you guys like the food. I got this from my favorite restaurant." Everyone served themselves. Lenora picked out a few of her favorite side dishes. "You have to give me the address, Ivana. The food is great." Ivana passed over one of the dishes. "You didn't try the main dish yet, Lenora." Lenora served herself. She scooped up a bit and put it into her mouth. As soon as she gave a bite, Lenora froze. She widened her eyes. Her voice was low and deep. "You brought meat?" Ivana covered her mouth. She spoke while she was still eating. "Yeah, this is the most popular meat dish the restaurant has on their menu. Why?" Lenora put down the spoon. She clenched her fist. Her body began to tremble. Ralph and Hayden grinned at each other. Hayden couldn't hold in her laughter, just until she looked at Lenora. Seeing Lenora's face made her freeze. Hayden's heartbeat raised. Ralph looked terrified. He anxiously pulled back his chair. Pearls of sweat dropped down his forehead. Hayden stood up and stuttered. "Lenora, are you okay? What is happening to you?" "You guys made a big mistake.
There's no turning back now."
The next morning, police arrived at Lenora's apartment. They found the remains of a young man and woman. After analyzing their belongings, they came to know it was the remains of one of the roommates and most likely his partner. But the police were all confused as to how they had reached this horrible condition. They found out the landlady and another roommate also lived in the apartment, but they seemed to be missing. "Officer Pete, this is so strange. Nothing is making any sense. This looks like an animal attack, like an angry bear or a tiger tore them apart. These marks look like claws and sharp teeth of a wild beast." The officers noticed a trail of blood that led into one of the rooms. It led out to the balcony. It seemed as if whatever wild creature had gotten into the apartment had dragged along the other missing woman along with it. Officer Pete furrowed his brow. How can this be? A wild creature out on the loose in the middle of this busy city of Santa Monica? This doesn't make sense. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.